No chance in hell. That's what I thought we had of getting another Mr. McMahon match, but I was wrong. Not only did we get to see Mr. McMahon on WrestleMania Night 2, but we got a WrestleMania Mr. McMahon match, or at least it was somewhat a match. You could probably call it a match. It was pretty much McMahon walking about the ring for a couple of minutes, but still. The bell rang, damn it, and McMahon picked up a free count. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, here to review Night 2 at WrestleMania 38. Dubbed the most stupendous WrestleMania 2 nights of all time. Was it the best WrestleMania of all time? It was decent. It was decent, but nowhere close to the best WrestleMania of all time. And it was let down, in all honesty, by a pretty lackluster main event. This main event was labelled the biggest main event of all time, the most important match of all time, and it sucked. It really did fucking suck. So, puts a downer on the whole show, because up till that, this night was pretty quick. It was pretty good. It was like fast-paced matches, apart from the Edge, AJ. No, I mean, I liked the flow of the show, but the main event was certainly not good enough. So we kick off RK Bro versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. Big win for RK Bro, hitting double RKOs. Montez Ford was going to hit the frog splash on Orton. Riddle hops up onto the top rope, springboard RKO. Then Gable's trying to hit a move or a splash on Riddle, and Orton hits an RKO while he's going through the air. So 2 RKOs get the victories for RK Bro. After the match, Gable challenges the new guy, Gable Stevenson. Chad Gable challenges Gable Stevenson, and they have a bit of a wrestling match. But well, a brawl. It was like a 30-second brawl. And yeah, that's it. RK Bro still your champions. I thought they might have lost the belts here, but they've kept them, so we'll see how long this goes on for. Then we had Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Second match of the night. Bobby Lashley did get whooped for the majority of it, but then he went into like beast mode and just fucking destroyed Omos. Hit him with a spear from behind, hit him with a spear from the front, hit him with a suplex, and put him away. So, yeah, big win for Bobby Lashley. Keep in mind, he never got pinned or submitted to lose his WWE Championship, so Bobby Lashley must be a contender. And who knows, will he be next in line for a shot at the Undisputed Championship? We'll see. We'll see. Up next with Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn in an anything goes match. And this anything really did go in this match. It included almost the entire cast from Jackass. They're all beating the shit out of Sami Zayn, and this was a really fun match. So great. I had not a lot of expectations going into this. I thought it was going to be pretty poor, but in all honesty, it was great. And if you need a celebrity for an anything goes match, then Johnny Knoxville's probably your guy, because over the years he's pretty much used every single weapon available. Yeah, no, so this was great. Johnny Knoxville defeating Sami Zayn in the end by pinning him using this gigantic mousetrap. It was a what the fuck moment, man. And big giant mousetrap snaps and it catches Sami Zayn and he's stuck there. And Johnny Knoxville gets the pin. Fun match, entertaining. You had the wee man got haluva kicked. You'd Party Boy, who was fucking dancing around the ring half naked. It's a shame we couldn't get some of the where was Alexa Bliss? Why couldn't she have been dancing around the ring half naked? But anyway, it was a good match. It was really fun. It was good. I enjoyed it. Then we moved on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championships. The champions, Queen Selina and Carmella versus Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and Sasha Banks, Naomi. Not normally a fan of these big multi-women tag matches, but this one was actually pretty good. Although I would say I don't think Natalya and Shayna Baszler added anything to the match, apart from making it 10 times more boring. And they always have this spot in these matches where they all like run into the ring individually, one by one, to take a move, and these spots look really forced and scripted. I don't know it is scripted, but damn it, when every time they do this kind of stuff, it does really look fake. But I mean, apart from that, I mean, it was all right. In the end, Sasha Banks defeating Queen's Carmella. So new champions, Banks and Naomi. Carmella was obviously upset. Corey Graves was upset. They were having a meltdown. The Queen's been dethroned, and the former Team Bad are your new tag team champions. Yeah, it was a good match, fun match. Then we moved on to Edge versus AJ Styles. This was the longest match over the 2 nights, 26 minutes, longest match by quite a distance, to be fair. It was good. It was a good match. AJ looked like he had the match won. He's going for the springboard, he's going to hit the phenomenal forearm. Damian Priest appears out of nowhere, causes AJ to be distracted for a split second. AJ then goes for the springboard forearm, and he gets caught in midair via the spear. Edge gets the pin. Edge wins. Edge and Damian Priest appear to be joining forces, and it was rumoured that Edge was going to have his own faction on Raw going forward, and maybe that was true. Maybe it's going to be with Damian Priest and a few other people in some sort of, like, I don't know, brood type stable. I mean, Damian Priest kind of would fit that bill, and I'm actually excited. I think that could be something good. Damian Priest and Edge, and we'll maybe add somebody else in there. But yeah, exciting times ahead for Edge. I'm kind of digging this Edge heel turn, because I think before he was a bit plain. So I think we needed something. Edge, I think, has always been a better heel than face. So I think it's good to see Edge back being a heel. And it was a solid match, defeating AJ in 26 minutes. Then we had Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus The New Day. Now, this was cut from last night's and put onto tonight's because of time constraints. And it looked like they didn't have much time for this match tonight either, because it went 1 minute 40. Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeating The New Day rather easily. Strange match. I guess they just wanted to have the match rather than just cancel altogether. But yeah, like I said, this didn't even go 2 minutes. It was very strange. And it was a big win for Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland in the end hitting his finisher on Kofi Kingston. So it looks like they're pushing this Ridge Holland guy. Hopefully he doesn't break anybody else's neck though going forward. Up next we had Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory with Mr. McMahon in his corner. And again, this was another entertaining match, you know, for another non-wrestler. Pat McAfee did a really good job. Very athletic Pat. In the end, he countered Austin Theory's finisher, rolled him through into the cover, got the 3 count, which led to McMahon not being happy with Theory. Then McMahon was looking at Pat McAfee. McMahon was like challenging McAfee. McAfee was challenging McMahon, and the next minute McMahon rips his shirt off. He rips his suit off. The tie gets undone, and McMahon gets into the ring. And the bell rings, and we're getting McMahon versus McAfee. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's happening here? I cannot believe it. But this match was absolutely... It was horrific, but at the same time, it's got Mr. McMahon in it, so it's kind of great. McAfee just runs into McMahon. McMahon slightly lifts his shoulder up, and Michael Cole was calling this a clothesline. I mean, it wasn't a clothesline. It was McAfee pretending to bump, you know. I mean, it was fucking not a clothesline. It's the worst looking clothesline I've ever seen. McMahon hit a few kicks, hit another couple of clotheslines. Austin Theory pulled McAfee into the groin post first, or whatever, into the post groin first even. Then McMahon got a football. He booted the football into the ribs of Pat McAfee, and McMahon pinned McAfee and defeated him at WrestleMania. Cole was putting this over pretty well. He's saying, oh, it's despicable. They've ruined the moment, blah, blah, blah. Cole was actually doing a good job in commentary here. And then Austin Theory's music plays while McMahon and Theory are celebrating, and McMahon freaked out as if something's happened. So I think McMahon made a mistake there. I think he expected Austin's music to play, but instead it was Austin Theory, so he had to kind of go back into celebrating mode. Then the next minute, Austin's music does play, the glass shatters, and Austin comes out, beats the shit out of Austin Theory, hits him with a stunner. Theory flies about 20 feet into the air. Then Austin shares a beer with McMahon. They think they're going to be friends. They put all the past behind them. Austin kick to McMahon. McMahon stumbles all over the place. He can barely stand. And Cole says, McMahon's trying to get away. No, he's not trying to get away. He's just fucking old and decrepit and can barely walk anymore. But here, good thinking, Michael Cole. Eventually, Austin has to go over and actually grab him. He goes to hit the stunner, but McMahon drops way too early. McMahon drops to his knees, and Austin hasn't even dropped yet. So, I mean, it was fucking awful. One of the worst stunners you'll ever see, followed by, you know, it was the worst match you'll ever see, followed by the worst stunner you'll ever see. Insane. I mean, it was worse than the stunner on Linda McMahon, and that's pretty much telling you something. But yeah, then Austin celebrates with Pat McAfee, and Austin hits a stunner on Pat, and Pat sprays the beer everywhere, and it was Austin drinking, Austin hitting stunners, and I'm pretty sure, I think it's safe to say that will be the last stunner we see Austin hit on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. There's been a lot over the years, but I think we've just seen the last one. And then after all that greatness, we move on to the main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. And this was a letdown, guys. This was massively let down. 12 minutes, same 4 moves, just spammed through the match. German suplex, spear, Superman punch. That's literally it. Eventually, Reigns is taken over. He hits a low blow on Lesnar, hits him with the title. Lesnar kicks out. Hits a spear on Lesnar. Lesnar kicks out. Goes for another spear. Lesnar counters it into the Kimura. Reigns slightly just manages to get his fingertips on the rope. It looks like Paul Heyman pushed the ropes towards Roman Reigns to help him. Referee breaks the hold. Brock Lesnar goes to hit an F5 on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns climbs down behind Brock Lesnar, pushes him into the ropes, hits a spear, gets the win, lift both belts in the air, and that's how WrestleMania 38 went off the air. Very disappointed with the main event. It was talked up to be the biggest match of all time, the most important match of all time, and it really did suck. Could you make a case it was the worst match of the night? If you don't include the matches that were under 4 minutes, then yeah, I think you could. This match really wasn't good. We've seen it was just a spam fest, and it's a shame because with Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't know. You just don't know. Sometimes they actually give you a really good match. Other times you get a spam fest. It's like a finisher. It's like hitting your finisher 20 times, and that's what tonight was really. Just no psychology in the match. Really, really poor. Just Reigns continuously hitting a spear on Superman punch, and Lesnar continuously hitting German suplexes, and that was pretty crap, guys. Definitely not the best WrestleMania match of all time. Not the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. In terms of main events, I'd say it's actually probably one of the weakest. I'm thinking of WrestleManias over the years, and this match was certainly not better than like Taker, Michaels, Cena Michaels, Austin, Rock, Batista, Triple H. I'm thinking of these matches, and this one certainly, was not better than those. But anyway, guys, that was WrestleMania Night 2. I preferred it over Night 1. I know it's gonna be an unpopular opinion. People probably preferred Night 1 because it had more it seemed to have more wrestling matches. The 2 women's matches and the Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. I mean, I know people will prefer them because there was more wrestling and stuff like that. But for me, tonight, Night 2 was certainly more entertaining. You had Bobby Lashley meeting the Giant Almost. That was a good spectacle. The Johnny Knoxville Anything Goes match, which was pretty fun. Pat McAfee, Austin, McMahon, all that stuff was great. So, I think I preferred Night 2. And then you did have one great match tonight. You'd Edge and AJ Styles. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Overall, it was a good Mania. It was solid. But it was let down big time by the main event. And Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar certainly didn't do a good job. I don't know what this means. Brock Lesnar now will probably leave. I doubt we'll see him. Does this mean Roman Reigns will be on both shows going forward? Will he be on Raw and SmackDown? Who will be his next challenger? Maybe Bobby Lashley. Who knows? We'll have to tune in, guys, tonight to Raw to find out. Anyway, that's it for your WrestleMania Night 2 review. Overall, I think I gave Night 1 a 4. I'll give Night 2 a 5. I'll give it a 5, 6. Give it a 6. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Overall, I'll give the whole WrestleMania a 5. It was decent. It was decent. Certainly better than some WrestleManias they put on in recent years, but main event for me kind of was a big letdown. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.